Hi and welcome back to the channel. My name is Norf, I am from London. I've had a few questions coming in saying, Norf, how do you put a presentation together? Well, you're lucky because this week I'm going to take you through my workflow on how to make a presentation in PowerPoint. Better yet, I'm going to tell you how to make an outstanding presentation in PowerPoint. So if you're ready, let's get started. So in this video, I'm going to give you a few of my essential workflow tips to ensure that your presentation in PowerPoint is phenomenal. Contrary to popular belief, the best place to start creating a presentation is actually at the end. What are your audience going to walk away with? Are they going to walk away with a new skill, with knowledge, or maybe some food for thought? The first place to start is to craft our story. Traditionally, for me, I've always started either with a pen and a notebook or with pencil and paper. The reason I start with pencil and paper is that you can drop a lot of time inside PowerPoint. A lot of time. So let's avoid that. Let's use our time wisely and start crafting our story either using a pen and a notebook, pencil and paper, or maybe a tablet. In this video, I'll be using PowerPoint, but the principles and workflow you can apply to whatever software package you're choosing to use to create slides. So as an essential time-saving tip, map out your story before you get into PowerPoint. Once you've got it installed, fire it up. So when PowerPoint opens up, this is the view that I get. These are the templates. Now, Microsoft have put in lots and lots of templates to make life a little bit easier for you if you're looking for a particular design or you want to differentiate yourself against some of the other presentations that you see. So a really quick and easy way is to use a template. In this video, we're not going to go for templates. We're actually going to start our presentation from scratch. So we'll start off up here by clicking blank presentation. So this is the view that we'll be working in. Towards the left, you'll see the slide viewer. To the center, this is where we'll do all the work on the individual slides. And then at the bottom is a space for our notes. Across the top here is the toolbar, and the toolbar is fully contextual, dependent on where we are inside PowerPoint. There are four main areas that we're going to go to in this video, one of which is design. We'll go to that in just a second. We'll then jump to transitions, and this is where we will choose the transitions that we want between slides. Animations allow us to have things happening on the slide itself, so we'll also have a look at animations. And then finally, we'll go to Slideshow. Slideshow allows us to start the presentation either from the beginning or from any other point in our presentation. Alright, so let's get started. Now, because I love the contrast between black and white, I like to have my slides to have a black background with white writing. So let's go to design, we'll go to format background, and then I'll change the background color to black. Now I can start to put words in this text box just here. So remember, at this stage, all I'm doing is just transferring what I've written down on paper and putting it into PowerPoint. I'm not going to subject you to all of the updates and bits and pieces I'm going to put from my piece of paper into PowerPoint. I'm going to speed through all of that. Let's get to the good stuff. So here is how to make a presentation in PowerPoint. Better still, I'm going to show you how to make an outstanding presentation in PowerPoint. But first things first, and I'm afraid that we've got to start with a little bit of maths. P to the power 6. What does that mean? It means proper preparation prevents poor PowerPoint presentations. In other words, failing to prepare is preparing for failure. So how do we prepare? We start with a story. What is it you're looking to tell your delegates or the audience? Are you looking to teach them a new skill? Is it knowledge you're imparting? Or are you giving them food for thought? It is important, so important, to start with a story. We all love a good story. Once you've nailed your story and scoped it out on paper, it's at that point that we transfer it into PowerPoint or Keynote or another slide app that you choose to use. In this video, I'm using Microsoft PowerPoint, so I've downloaded it and I've got it installed. I'm actually using the Office 365 subscription version. Once you've got it installed, open it up and start creating. And when I say creating, I'm talking about transferring your story that you've already made on paper and putting it into PowerPoint. During your creation process, try to avoid putting your entire script onto the slide. Remember, you are the storyteller, and people want to listen to you breathe life into what they're seeing on the slide. not reading the words on the page and spotting any typos that you may have put in, because that's embarrassing, right? Instead, during your creation process, put any notes into the notes section. I'd also recommend making sure that they're bullet points and not full-blown sentences to avoid any possible confusion. Build the slide up. What do I mean by that? Use a simple animation to make whatever information you have on that slide appear at the right contextual time as you're telling your story. Keep all animations and transitions simple and consistent. As an example, for transitions, I would only use 3. I would use morph, fade, and push. And for animations, I just stick with 2, wipe and fade. Here are your essential workflow shortcuts when you are using PowerPoint. If you're on a PC, use Control. If you're on a Mac, like I am, use Command. And here they are. Control Z will undo, Control X cuts to the clipboard, Control C copies to the clipboard, Control V or Command V pastes from the clipboard, Command A selects all on the slide, or if you're in the slide viewer, it selects all the slides. A very important one, Command S will save your presentation, and then Command D will duplicate the slide. PR, PR, PR. What do I mean by PR? PR doesn't stand for public relations. In this case, it stands for practice, refine. Practice, refine. The more practice you have delivering your presentation, the more refined it will become. As you speak things out, you'll hear, oh, that's a really good phrase, I'll pocket that one, or that's not such a good phrase, I might need to change that. So, practice, refine, practice, refine. As you come towards the end of your presentation, always give an opportunity for your audience or your delegates to ask questions. Questions will help your delegates and your audience cement what they have just heard and give them an opportunity to confirm their understanding. Seems obvious, but right at the end, always thank your delegates for their time and the opportunity to share your story with them. So once you've crafted your outstanding presentation, you're going to need some help to deliver that outstanding presentation. And one of the tools that I use is one of these. It's a presentation clicker. They're pretty simple and straightforward to use. There's a couple of components, the clicker itself, and then you also have a USB dongle, which is here, that plugs into your computer. The clicker itself will allow you to advance the slides. This one's to go forwards on the slides. This one is to go backwards. And this one hides the current slide. And then it also comes with a laser pointer. I don't know why. I never ever use them. It's also powered by a couple of pencil batteries. I'll leave a link in the description below, but you can pick these up relatively inexpensively from your favorite online retailer. This week's top tip, if you can, use 2 screens, because then you're able to leverage something called presenter view. Meaning your presentation is available on one screen for everyone to see, but on the screen that you see, presenter view, you're able to see the slide that you're sharing, what's coming up next, and your notes. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you found this video useful on how to make a presentation in PowerPoint, or better yet, how to make an outstanding presentation in PowerPoint. I'd love to also understand how your workflow differs to mine. It's always great to learn from people. If you've got questions and comments, leave all of that in the comments section below. If you like what you see so far, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the bell notification so you're made aware of when the latest content gets dropped on this channel. That's it for this week. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.